spending all your budget and resources on fixing late deliveries? How can we fix this? Ooh, I've got an idea! By using CPFR.
Good morning everyone, we are the group 4 and today we are going to discuss the collaborative planning, forecasting and replenishment. Today I am going to first define what is CPFR. Okay, so CPFR stands for collaborative planning, forecasting and replenishment. Back before CPFR, the relationship between a vendor and a retailer who sold the vendor's product could often be continuous. The vendor wanted to sell as much as possible to the retailer, and the retailer wanted the lowest price. So the two weren't always working towards the same goal. Since they didn't feel that they were in a partnership, the two sides often didn't share information. In the 20th century, Walmart and Procter & Gamble developed a joint logistic program that included information sharing, joint logistic planning, and shared forecasting. This is generally considered one of the first examples of CPFR. Of course, now Walmart uses retail link and supplier scorecards to collaborate with all Walmart suppliers on planning, forecasting, and replenishment. This result is partnership relationship with lower cost on both sides. Collaborative planning, forecasting, and replenishment, or the CPFR, is defined as a business practice that combines the brain power of two or more trading partners in planning the ways to fulfill customers' demand. They also explain the relationship that CPFR links best practice of sales and marketing such as category management to the implementation of supply chain planning and completion process to increase availability while reducing inventory, transportation, and logistics cost. Basically, CPFR is an approach that deals with the requirements for good demand management. The most involved industries with CPFR are consumer products and food beverage. The main objectives of collaborative planning, forecasting, and replenishment, or the CPFR, is to optimize the supply chain process by improving accuracy of forecasting demand, delivering the right product to the right customer, reducing inventory, avoiding stocks outs, and improving customers' service. But the most important fact on which the achievements of objectives and activities of CPFR depends is to have collaborative trading partners who share risk and information mutually in the whole process. Without collaborative planning, forecasting between the trading partners will make the supply chain suboptimal, thus will result in less than maximum supply chain profit. It is observed that forecasting developed only by firm tends to be inaccurate most of the time, so therefore, in CPFR, when both the buyer and seller collaborate in forecasting, then it makes possible to match buyer needs with supplier production plan, thus ensuring competent replenishment. CPFR also helps in avoiding expensive correction after the fact when demand or promotion have changed.
As being discussed a while ago by Ms. Eunice, that without collaborative planning and forecasting between the trading partners, it will make the supply chain suboptimal or will result in less than maximum supply chain profits. Now, here are the benefits of CPFR. First, it strengthens supply chain partner relationships. Next, it provides analysis of sales and order forecast, which improves the forecast accuracy. Third, it manages the demand chain and proactively eliminate problems before they appear. connect and allow collaboration of future requirements and plans. It also combines planning, forecasting, and logistic activities. Lastly, it provides efficient category management and understanding of consumer purchasing patterns. To further understand the benefits of CPFR, now take a look at this video. This explains the collaborative planning, forecasting, and replenishment process, or simply the CPFR. It makes the deliveries on time, forecast, increase sales, and cost reduction. CPFR will help you earn profit, cost reduction, service level improve, better infrastructure. All in all, to gain success.
Challenges for CPFR implementation. In CPFR implementation, we have difficulties faced by organization in implementing CPFR. The first one is making internal changes. Internal changes must always be tackled by the top management, as change is always difficult, but if the top management is dedicated to the project and in educating employees about the benefits of CPFR, then there are more chances of getting a successful internal change. And we have in the second, total implementation cost. In total implementation cost, although cost is an important factor to be considered always, but companies must determine whether they are at a competitive disadvantage. And the last one is trust. We have trust. It is one of the biggest hurdles in general implementation of CPFR, as many retailers are unwilling to share their information required implementing information are required to implementing CPFR. So that's the three difficulties faced by organization in implementing CPFR.
I'm here to discuss about CPFR model. But first, what is CPFR? CPFR stands for Collaborative Planning, Forecasting, and Replenishment. So, it is an approach which aims to enhance supply chain integration by supporting and assisting joint practices. This allows for continuous updating of inventories and upcoming requirements, making the end-to-end supply chain process more efficient. To make it simple, CPFR is a kind of set of practices in which trading partners plan key supply chain activities for efficiently meet customer demands at the lowest possible cost. Thank you.
The CPFR model presents the aspects in which industries flows. The model provides a basic framework for the flow of information, goods, and services. In the retail industry, the retailer typically fills the buyer role, a manufacturer fills the seller role, and the consumer is the end customer. The center of the model is represented as the consumer, followed by the middle ring of the retailer, and finally the outside ring being the manufacturer. Each ring of the models represent different functions within the CPFR model. The consumer drives demand for goods and services, while the retailer is the provider of goods and services. The manufacturer supplies the retailer stores with the product as demand for product is pulled through the supply chain by the end user being the consumer.
We all know that planning is important in our daily life. If we talk about planning, some people are making struggle because they did not follow the step when they are making a decisions. At this point, we will know the importance of planning. Managing CPFR, or what we call collaborative planning, forecasting, and replenishment. So what is planning? This relates to people, processes, and development of trust. Partners must break down cultural barriers and company-centric perceptions so they can view the bigger pictures. In planning, there are two major steps. First, developing a front-end agreement. Second, creating a joint business plan. Sadler and Hines 2002 investigated how a team of managers from the companies in supply chain can help to formulate a strategic plan for operating the whole chain to benefit each company and to benefit the whole chain. The VICS Guide 1998 suggests that participating companies first formally commit to a program of demand forecast collaborations, including an agreement on sponsors within each organization and key metrics, and develop a joint plan that establishes item management profiles such as order minimums and multiples lead times, reorder frequency, and promotions for those stock keeping units upon which they will collaborate. The NEST 2007.
As people's skill set get increasingly specialized, collaboration as a practice become more important than ever. But what does that mean exactly? What is collaboration? Although collaboration has become a bit of a corporate buzzword, on the contrary, collaboration in the workplace is what makes teamwork successful. It's really that simple. Collaboration is when a group of people come together and contribute their expertise for the benefits of a shared objective, projects, or a mission. Is a photographer working with a designer to create a cover image or a technology department regularly convening with the marketing team to plug away that quarterly goals? In other words, collaboration is the process of proof of work, but it also a learned skill. How will you collaborate with others with greatly impact the outcome of the project? It opens up new channels for communication. Working with new people from different areas of your business also open up channels that would otherwise remain closed. Finding new ways to communicate and share information is hugely important to the success of any business, which is why collaboration should be utilized whenever possible to form bonds between departments. Creating a more cohesive, open workplace benefits everyone because, according to the David Hessels, maintaining regular direct communication with team members helps you gain valuable insight in the operation of each department and be able to resolve issues quickly. On the top of that, it's bring everyone a little closer to each other and hones the overall mission of your organization. A lot of collaboration tools like an internet, for example, do just that. They're designed to essentially open up your business so that all areas of the organization can communicate with each other and keep tabs on what other teams are working on through news updates, announcements, even discussions, channels, you name it.
Forecasting is a strategy that uses previous data as inputs to make well-informed predictions about the direction of future trends. Forecasts are the most important drivers of planning your supply chain resources. Wrong forecasts have fatal pitfalls. In a collaborative environment, departments can exchange information that they are exposed to about customer demand. This greatly reduces the risks associated with supply chain since the forecasting process is carried out with all possible data sets with respect to demand, sales, or materials orders.
What is replenishment? Dictionaries define replenishment as filling again by supplying what has been used up, or in a sense, we call restocking. However, this definition does not stand firm with retail. Why? Because not all items or products can be blindly filled in again. There are situations where a product's popularity and demand diminishes and cases where demand and supply are seasonal. Thus, when looking at retail replenishment, a more appropriate definition would be acquiring product on a recurring basis to support anticipated need. Replenishment is the process that occurs regularly. Major benefits of replenishment model come from situation with ongoing availability of merchandise. Now, what is replenishment collaboration? It broadens the replenishment process throughout the supply chain. Its benefits are: number 1, improve service level. Number 2, reduce inventory end. Number 3, align production capacity. According to Sun and Shea, replenishment impacts supply chain performance, and it develops a benchmark case where all supply chain parties follow a base stock policy that maximizes overall supply chain performance.